what folks don't know is that the Great Divide is actually the foundation of Yang Chen's character. First off, the Great Divide introduces the tribe that one of Kyoshi's main villains is from, the Nanjing tribe. But it also forms how forms how Yang Chen approaches her avatarhood, because the way that Aang resolves the conflict through his trickster status. I've heard you guys mention that before, but he essentially lies to try to for the sake of peace. So I was thinking about this a lot for Yang Chen. I was thinking like, okay, somebody who is Air Nomad principled says like, guys, peace is the best option. But what happens if everyone just says like, no, we want to keep fighting. We know who you are and we don't care. We're going to keep fighting. What does a pacifist have in their arsenal to go with at that point? And I was like, they could do it. They could lie. They could use intelligence. They could use spy. They could use leverage, which is a nice word for what Yang Chen does in order to save as many lives in a non-violent, non-confrontational way possible. So then that is the genesis of like, Yang Chen could be a spy master because she's still pacifist, but she needs to get stuff done. What do you do if no one listens to you? It takes the high road. You got to figure out another way. So the Great Divide.
Great Divide
is the formulation of Yang Chen's character.
That's some luck you knew Jin Wei and Wei Jin.
You could call it luck, or you could call it lying.
What?
I made the whole thing up.
You did not.
I mean,
it makes so much sense now that you're saying it, but I don't remember knowing that. Yeah.
Shout out to Giancarlo Volpe. Giancarlo Volpe, the director of The Great Divide, which, actually on the list throughout the years has been the lowest ranked episode in all of the Avatar, the first series. But I actually love The Great Divide too.
I love it too. I love it
the
too.
art too. I love the art styles that are going on. It was very,
they
cool.
experimented on that one.
I think no one liked the fact that he lied. My thing is, I think because he lies at the end, everyone kind of feels.
I incorporated this theme, and I may have butchered it, so I apologize if I messed up the concept and disrespect by it. But like, there's a concept in Buddhism, the skillful means. So it's like you do something that's not quite the truth, but gets people closer to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The story of the man trying to save his children from the burning house. It is an example of that. There's an element of that gets in Yang Chen, and so again, I'm nowhere near as well as learned as I should be. So I apologize if I got the concept wrong, but there's an element of that.
I love this because, again, we have shown so much love for The Great Divide on this podcast. It got 2 episodes, which we sort of did to spite everyone. Like, oh, is it filler? I'm sorry. We're going to give it 2 whole episodes on the podcast.
That's how I feel.
And now you have tied it into the canon so tightly and importantly.
I'm now going to take...
No one
I got to read the
call
second
it filler,
book with like that in my mind.
Ever.
There's all these little
secrets.
The
Great Divide.
Everybody, watch me do what I do! Now follow me! We're riding out of this hole! Everyone, get off!
We made it! I never thought a Ganjin could get his hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch.
Perhaps we're not so different after all.
Too bad we can't rewrite history. You thieves stole our sacred orb from Jin Wei.
You tyrants unjustly imprisoned Wei Jin for 20 long years.
Wait a second. Jin Wei? Wei Jin? I know those guys.
Yes, we're all aware of the story.
No, I mean, I really knew them. I might not look it, but I'm 112 years old. I was there 100 years ago on the day you're talking about. There seems to be a lot of confusion about what happened. First of all, Jin Wei and Wei Jin weren't enemies. They were brothers, twins in fact. And they were 8. And most importantly, they were just playing a game. The sacred orb from the legend, that was the ball. And the eastern and western gates were the goalposts. Jin Wei had the ball and was running toward the goal when he fell and fumbled it. Wei Jin didn't steal the ball. He picked it up and started running it back toward the other goal. But he stepped out of bounds. So the official put him in the penalty box. Not for 20 long years, but for 2 short minutes. There was no stealing and no putting anyone in prison. Just a game.
You're saying the sacred orb was actually a sacred ball?
Nope, just a regular ball.
What about our tribe's redemption ritual?
That's what the game was called, redemption. As soon as someone got the ball from one goal to the other, everyone would yell, redemption! Don't get me wrong, Wei Jin was kind of a slob, and Jin Wei was a little stuffy. That much is true. But they respected each other's differences enough to share the same playing field.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
And look to the future.
Good to see you, boy. Did you miss me?
I cannot thank you enough, Avatar.
Well, you know, I try.
Oh!
Let us travel to the Earth Kingdom capital as one tribe.
I'm going too! I'm sick of this place!
That's some luck you knew Jin Wei and Wei Jin.
You could call it luck. Or you could call it lying.
What?
I made the whole thing up.
You did not. That is so wrong.
Now where's that custard tart? I'm starving.
Bend your ear for ad-free episodes with Avatar Braving the Elements Premium.
Subscribe today on Apple Podcasts.